where a woman in a car, something I can't remember what happened, but I think from memory, she driving on the car, a man she became involved in an altercation with a man. She got out of the car. He then basically attacked her, physically knocked her to the ground, assaulted her basically. Now again, described him as 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
We're doing well here, aren't we? Wearing a hoodie or whatever.
Yeah.
And then as we're homing in on the face, guess what their description said? 6 foot tall with dark facial hair. Now, that is a description that's meant to enable us to try and track this character down. But we're not saying 6 foot white man with dark facial hair, are we? So we immediately must think
non-white.
Non-white. But again, gaslighting. Rather than telling us the truth, giving us an accurate description so we can track him down, we can do it. And then a final one, which is really weird, and I don't know if you heard about this. It's been in the news a few times. Seems to be dying down now, but still no answers. Some party goers were walking down an Edinburgh street last week.
Halloween,
sorry, you're right. Halloween party goers, Halloween night, saw what they thought was a fake head lying in the street, obviously part of the Halloween trick.
Which you would.
When
I first saw that, I went, bollocks, this is a prop, this is Halloween, it's not a head.
It was a head.
It was.
They picked it up, screamed, and it's a man's decapitated head lying in the street, no body, and the body was somewhere else. And the police said, by the way, when they found this head, there were no police there, nothing there, no vehicles there. The police said his head had been decapitated by a bus going past him in a sharp tunnel, and that's all we've heard. Now, there's no story about the bus, about the bus driver, about the bus stopping, about anything like that. All we know is there's a man's decapitated head, and it's it's a bus accident, nothing to see here, carry on walking.
Yeah. This is an extremely strange incident. I read on the day the next day, they've not even found the bus driver yet, which is like, you've not found the bus driver! You're saying a bus has run over someone, decapitated someone, and the bus didn't stop. You've not found the bus driver.
But surely they know the route. They know the time. Therefore, they must know. They must have the people. They must know who they are. Drivers.
You just need to find a bus driven by Freddy Krueger. He's bound to be the one. I'm not sure if there's more to this or not. And the reason why I'm not sure is because if there was more to this, surely it'd be out. Surely we'd be talking about it. The press would be talking about it, because it's such a crazy story that surely more would come out. Now, people have said that a bus can't decapitate a body and take its head off. But do you know what? Freak accidents do all the time.
But apparently it's a clean cut.
Yeah. So there is 1,000,000 to 1 chance a bus could do that in some scenario. I don't know what scenarios, but there's a chance. If this turns out that there's more to this than that, I'll be more than shocked. I will then be going, do you know what? This will be the worst example we've ever seen.
Of this gaslighting.
Of gaslighting. That we can have someone decapitated and it's all hushed up. Are we at that position yet where that could happen? I don't think we are.
Really?
But if it turns out we are, then I need to rethink where we are. Because if they can do this to this, then I think we're in a much more dangerous situation than I think we are.
If they are hiding, if this has any relationship to terrorism, Islam, anything like that, if this has any relation, and they are hiding this.
Well, even if it's not to do with that, the fact they hid it was because they weren't sure. Yeah. And it's the fact they could hide it from us. If this turns out to be any more to this story, I will need to reassess how much danger we really are.
We are in. It's an interesting point, isn't it?
It'll take me to the next stage.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think the problem I've got now is when I read these stories, and maybe I'm too far down, maybe I'm like my red pill friend now, maybe I'm too far down the rabbit hole, I automatically think there's something else. I now distrust anything like this, and I will not give the benefit of the doubt to the grubby media, to the grubby government or whatever. when I see the stuff like this now, knowing how they behave, knowing these other two stories we talked about as well, I've reached a point where I think, you know, this is something they are hiding. They're hiding something from us once again, colluding, conspiring against us, the British people, in this way, basically.
You're right to think that, because they're always hiding something from us. Doesn't mean they're hiding everything from us, but we all know they're hiding stuff from us. So how do we know what they're hiding? So it makes sense to query and to not trust anything we hear.